What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon. Shoot, what am I talking about? Got a 2018-2019 Freightliner Cascadia with a DD13. I have a supply fuel temp too high. I've got a few other fault codes, but I do have a symptom. Let me show you what the symptom is, and we're gonna find out. Well, let's see what we got going on. So I'm gonna crank it just so you can take a look, and it will not start, just cranks. Now the customer says if they hit a little bit of starting fluid, of course it's gonna start. So with a code like this, I'm gonna check for fuel supply, and we may have a fuel pump problem. But before I get there, I wanna look at a few things and just kind of take a look and see what we got going on. So number one, I wanna look for fuel. Okay, fuel water separator. Fuel level is all the way down there, I think. I can't really see it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this. I'm gonna get some tools. I'm gonna see what's going on and just wonder if there's no fuel, maybe that's causing the problem. It's not able to pull it. Then we may have a check valve issue here, because this is the fuel supply that comes from the tank. This is the line down here that goes to the actual fuel filter module. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna bring some tools. I'm gonna check this out and see if there's any fuel in there and go from there. We got the fuel cover off the little fish bowl, and it looks like we do have fuel. It is above the little minimum down there. So what I'm gonna do is put this back in. I'm gonna put a little bit of fuel on there, and I'm gonna check my little, not that filter, that one back there. So I'm gonna check that filter for any kind of metal debris. If I have metal debris, that means possibly we have a bad fuel pump. And honestly, what a shame for potentially a truck that has such low miles. So let's put this shit back on there. Let's try to check. We're gonna prime the fuel system, fire it up, and go. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of fuel up here. Not gonna make much of a difference, but if I am having a fuel system issue, I wanna make sure that I have enough fuel in the fuel water separator, or that little mini fishbowl that we have. I'm gonna clean this shit up. Tony is gonna go ahead and take that little filter out. Again, not the large filter, but the primary filter right back there. And we're gonna check to see if we have any metal debris. Okay guys, what Tony's gonna do, he's gonna go ahead and remove the small little fuel filter like I mentioned. And I just wanna inspect it for any potential metal debris. When I've seen this fault code before, that typically has come along with a bad fuel pump. But again, I don't want to jump to that conclusion just yet. So let's go ahead and connect. Fuck, what happened here, guys? Hold on. Butterfingers. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the key over just for shits and giggles, let everything connect. And I wanna show you that code again. I'm gonna kind of put that up on the screen, and I'll show you guys what we find and go from there. But for now, let's go here, connect. It's gonna go ahead and do its thing. Let's go see what we find. Pásamelo. Acá está, ya se ve el filtro. Deténlo. All right, guys. There's the fuel. Ahí está la herramienta. All right, guys. So as you can see, potentially, yes, we have a bad fuel pump situation. Got a little bit of metal debris there. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, it's a little suspect, guys. So I'm leaning towards this fuel pump. Sorry, guys. The focus is everywhere. See all that shiny glitter on there? It's not a lot, but it is enough to tell me that potentially we have a bad fuel pump. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this back in there. I'm gonna prime the fuel system really quick, that little, there we go, that little lift pump over there, and then we're gonna go ahead and start it up, and I'm gonna do a quick little test and see if it passes or fails. Let me know what you guys think. While Tony's he's putting back the filter in there, we're gonna prime the system. I just kind of quickly wanna go over these fault codes. So the first one is supply fuel temp too high. Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, there we go, sorry about that. That's gonna be your SPN 174-0. The other two codes, fuel rail pressure too low, fuel rail pressure too low, fuel rail pressure too low, high pressure circuit. And again, SPN 520-268 FMI16, 157 FMI16, 164 FMI15. Typically when I've seen that in the past, that usually means the fuel pump is bad. And hopefully that video does show that, yeah, we have a bad fuel pump. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to try to prime the fuel system. It's not going to be easy, but it will start. It should. And I want to quickly go into the actions tab, which you're going to see right up there. You're going to go to the fuel system, and then you're going to do what's called a fuel system integrity check. Now, the only thing with the fuel system check is that you will have to have a temperature of about 160 or higher. And it's just a simple pass or fail test. You don't want to run that one too much, because again, if you have metal debris, you're going to start pushing metal debris throughout the entire fuel system, and that will definitely wreak havoc on other components. So keep that in mind. Let me see what's going on over here, and we'll go. Okay, guys, so we got the truck started. I'm not gonna lie, little pump didn't work. We had to do a little something to get it going. And right now, we got the truck started. So it idles pretty decent, right? I'm gonna show you guys really quick just to do a quick test. Make this as quick as possible. Fuel system integrity check. Click on yes, and look at our fuel. So right now it's giving us what we need. What I'm gonna do, let's see if it does it. Fuck. Sorry guys. I forgot that the fuel system integrity check requires the truck to be in the off position. So let me try turning it off. God, this glare is terrible, guys. Sorry about that. All right, there we go. Fuck it. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do really quick is go over here. I'm gonna turn it off. Once it connects, sometime today, coolant temperature too low. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That temperature's gotta be at least 160 or higher in order to do this test. Let me see if it starts. If it doesn't, again, I'm pretty sure that's what the fuel pump's gonna be the problem. You hear that? It ain't gonna start, guys. I do wanna do the test to kind of confirm this, but I really cannot, just because I don't wanna risk damaging anything else. So again, I've done a video in the past. Here we go again, desired versus actual. I mean, this is pretty low, but take a look for yourself. 300 is what it's asking for. Look at that, 15, 12, 14. It ain't giving us what I need, guys. So unfortunately, I'm gonna stop the test here. Like I said, I don't want to damage anything, but more than likely, when you see a code like this, that's gonna show you the fuel pressure too high. Right now, the code is off, but we still have a malfunction light. So yeah, unfortunately, that's the way I'm gonna lean towards this. I'm gonna call it a bad fuel pump, let the customer know, and go from there, guys. I will keep you posted and go from there. See what the customer wants to do.